Hello everyone, this is Darvesh Khan, Subject Specialist English. Today we are here with lecture number 13. What is lecture number 13 about? Lecture number 13 is about properties of language. Properties of language. What are the properties of language? That is a question. Properties of language are actually divided into 4. But let me also discuss the 5th one too. Let me say, what are the properties of language? The properties of language, they are 5 in number then. The first one is arbitrariness. The second one is discreteness. The third one is duality. The fourth one is displacement. The fifth one is medium transferability. So these are 5 different properties of language. The very first property, that is called arbitrariness. What do we mean by arbitrariness? Arbitrariness means that language is not absolute. It is relative in nature. And if it is not relative in nature, then language cannot flourish. Language flourishes because there is the medium of change. It changes again and again, again and again. There was a time that there was only one word, computer. But today, you see many words: computer, computers, computerized, computerizes, computerized, computerized, computerizing, computerizingly, etc. So we say arbitrariness means change. Arbitrary. Language is arbitrary. There is change. It is relative in nature. Arbitrariness means that language is relative in nature. Why it is relative in nature? It means that if it is absolute, then the world will not make progress. If language is absolute, then the world will not make it will not make progress. It will not go on. Therefore, we say, if language has developed until now, it is just because of this very property that there is change in language. Language is relative. Language is something that is not absolute. It changes. It is flexible. It changes with the time again and again. What is discreteness? The second one is called discreteness. Discreteness means that the difference between words, for example, P-I-N, pin, and P-E-N, pen. So P-I-N and P-E-N, this E and I, this difference is called discreteness. This property is called discreteness. Understanding the difference between words or among words is called discreteness. What is duality? Duality means that there are 2 points. One is called units and the second one is called elements. Units and elements. Elements are actually 26 in number: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So there are 26 elements. Now, combining these 26 elements, they frame units in number, in innumerable. So we say that these units, that they are also called words. These words are formed from these 26 symbols, such as A, B, C, etc. And when we combine P, E, N, P is one element, E is another element, and N is another element. Combining these 3 elements, we form one word, and that is pen. So this is called duality. Now, which one is primary? Which one is secondary? Actually, when we speak in English, we speak sentences. Sentences, they contain words. When we say they contain words, it means that these words are primary, while elements could be placed as secondary. We do not speak elements first, but we speak the combination of elements forming words in the form of sentences. Therefore, we place words as primary and elements as secondary. Displacement. What is displacement? Displacement is another property. I say, if there is a dog, that dog does not have any capability to speak of his last life, to speak of his past life. A human has the quality of nostalgia. We can think we can think about our past. We can recall our past. We can share, we can narrate a story from the past. This property of language is called displacement. Even displacement is also called this thing, that if I'm sitting in Lahore, if I'm here in Peshawar, and something occurs to me in Peshawar, and then I travel from Peshawar to Lahore, and then in Lahore, what is there? There is one of my friends, and I meet him, and then I share this experience of Peshawar with him there. It means I travel. So when I travel from Peshawar to Lahore, and then sharing the experience of this place with my friend there in Lahore, this is called the transformation, the transmission, the transmitting of the message from here to there. This property is only and only there in language, and the property is called displacement, and it is only and only available in humans. So we say humans can convey their emotions, human can convey their message, human can displace their message. We can simply say that when you travel from one place into another, it means that in one place that you can share the experience of one place in another place with some other people. This is called displacement. The last property that we have, medium transferability. What is medium transferability? We say medium transferability means that flexibility, and with flexibility we have modifiability. Flexibility and modifiability. Flexibility and modifiability can also be called the properties of language. But when we say medium transferability, so medium transferability has these two sub-properties as flexibility and modifiability. Flexibility is that language is not rigid, it is relative, it changes with the passage of time, and with the way it changes, it means it is flexible in nature. It can borrow a word from another language. For example, I say in Persian language there is the word kultur, but in English the same word is here as culture. There is another word in Pashto, we also call it cut, but in English we also call it cot. So C-O-T and C-U-L-T-U-R-E, these are such words that they are borrowed from other languages. Like this, a word that ends with T-Y is a word borrowed from Latin language. So this means that language is flexible. English is too flexible that it's spoken and written the same. Then modifiability. The way we are comparing two languages. This is called analogy, comparing two languages. We compare two languages, kultur and culture. But now a word is not available in the dictionary of English, and it is available in another language. So this language, which is English, it is so modifiable that it borrows a word from there. There is the chance of modifiability. The way you want to alter a word from one stance to another, from one stem into another, this is it is possible. So it is easily applicable. This application is possible. So we say medium transferability. Suppose there is an English speaker and there is a Pashto speaker. They live together. Now how a Pashto speaker will try his best to convey his message to the person who is called an English speaker, and how an English speaker will convey his message to the Pashto speaker. That is something that should be noticed. So we say that medium transferability is there. One uses one word, the second understands the word of first, and then the second uses one word and the first understands the words of the second. Then combining them, they form and they speak. So one gives a place to the word of other, and the other gives a place to the word of the first. So we say this is called medium transferability. There is the chance of flexibility, and language is modifiable, language is flexible, there is displacement, there is duality, and there is discreteness, and there is arbitrariness. But above all these properties, arbitrariness is a very prominent property, which means language is relative in nature. It is not rigid, it is not absolute. Language is flexible. Language is flexible because it evolves. It evolves. It evolves. These are 5 properties of language. I hope so this lecture will be very useful for all of you. Please watch this video, like this video, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.